And Travis Henry for Terry Gallant. You got to respect Premier Nacho. Shows some good recent form and is 10 to 1 on the board. The money's on the inside too, but there's some value on 4 Premier Nacho and 7 Gringo Star. Gate is rolling for race number 1, a field of 7 taking up positions. And the field for race number 1 is at the start, and they're off. And leaving out quickest of all, Uncontrollable with You're the One. On the outside, Gringo Star, then Pink Floyd ahead of her, and Premier Nacho. Then it is back further to Kraska, and trailing the field is Somewhere in Tuscany. And they race on to the opening quarter with Uncontrollable and You're the One, the top two as they race past that opening quarter. Then third, Gringo Star, 27 and 2. Sharp opening panel as they race their way on around the turn. Then we've got Pink Floyd ahead of her and Premier Nacho. And then it is back to Crosscut and Somewhere in Tuscany, and they race off the turn, and the field comes on towards us. And fronting the field is Uncontrollable and Eddie Hensley as they race their way on up towards the half. Racing second, Gringo Star in the pocket, and third is You're the One, now popping to the outside as they race their way on past the half, and halftime was 56 and 4. Uncontrollable has control of this one right now, but You're the one to do favorite is closing rapidly, backing away as Gringo Star, and now moving up to take over third as they race on down the backstretch is Pink Floyd ahead of her. It's Uncontrollable, You're the One, Pink Floyd ahead of her, and Gringo Star racing fourth, 125 and 2 of the 3/4. Uncontrollable leads it by just about a length now, getting closer, You're the One. And then it is Pink Floyd ahead of her, racing on the outside as the field turns for home, and now moving out Gringo Star. Pink Floyd Hanover's on the inside, on down the stretch drive they come, and now with a slim advantage is You're the One, but driving on the outside as they come to the finish is Crosscut. It is You're the One and Crosscut. Crosscut wins it. You're the One second. Pink Floyd Hanover third, and Uncontrollable fourth. 156 and 1. Crosscut. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 1. It's number 5, Karashka. The winning drive to Scotty Coulter. 7-year-old McCardle Black Gelding, owned by SSG Stables, trained by Anthony Peaton. 19th win for Karashka. The first race payouts 5. Karashka 1590, 670, and 351. You're the 1, 230, 210, 2 Pink Floyd Hanover, 240. $2 exactor 36.10, dollar try 42.35, dollar super 96.10. The first race, or finish from the top, is a 2-3-4-5-1-6-7. That's 2-3-4-5-1-6-7 on the bottom. Field for the second on parade one, Hercules Jam. Jay Harris for Mitchell Tierney and Triple S Equine. Number 2, EA's Ideal. Mike Whalen for Jen Rankin and Brenda Rankin. Number 3, Red, White, and Boots. Scott Culliver, Sheldon Rose. And 4 is Prince Adoran. Brenda Donovan, Tom Genoa, and Barbara Bryan. And 5, Dreidel Hanover, Cullen Kelly for Rafael Barassa and Francois Morin. And number 6, Mr. Big Top, Travis Henry for Terry Gillette and Stacy Smith and Talon Robinson. Let's get a look at this field of 6 for the second race. And it's the pick of the night coming up. And well, fans, I think this is an obvious pick of the night. And well, the tote board is sort of in agreement as Dreidel Hanover comes in with 4 wins in a row. Just before that was second beaten Neck, and that was from the trailer post. So Dreidel Hanover's been on fire, and so has the barn of Rafael Barassa. Had a big year last year and has kept it going this year, especially in the win column. And Dreidel Hanover, the only thing to note though, this would be the tougher post. Dreidel Hanover hasn't had any post position challenges. This is a little bit of a challenge, but compact field, a lot of back class. Recently went over the $250,000 mark. I think it all stacks up as Dreidel Hanover 1-2. Number 1, Hercules Jam, is one that finished third in this class last race and beat this class at the end of the year, December the 28th. So Hercules Jam on the inside, a 9-time winner last year with 20 top 2 finishes. Hercules Jam, Jay Harris for Mitchell Tierney, 7-2. Right now is a co-second choice, along with number 6, Mr. Big Tom. Now, Mr. Big Top hasn't been big the last couple starts, but drops in class, and this is one with a bit of back class. Mr. Big Top, an 11-year-old, I think that can improve now, moving down 7-2. And number 4, Prince Adoran, well, fired to the front from post 7 and almost won 2 races ago, but that was in the bottom class, then moved up to this class last race and was just okay at best. But Prince Adoran maybe could build off that last race and step into the front 4. Prince Adoran is 20-1 on the board. Fans have picked up 5, Dreidel Hanover as the 1-2 betting favorite, as the one to beat in here, with second choice between the 1, Hercules Jam, and 6, Mr. Big Top. Gate is rolling for the second race. Field of 6 into the stretch drive. Here they come. and the field for the second dash is at the start of the rough, and Prince Adaran will leave out well with Red, White, and Boots and Hercules Jam, and on the outside, Mr. Big Tom. As the field strides out into that first turn, it is Prince Adaran, but Mr. Big Top comes on the outside, trying to move up and take the lead. Then Red, White, and Boots and Hercules Jam, and then Dreidel Hanover and EA's Ideal, and on down the backstretch they go. Mr. Big Top on top as they race to the opening quarter. Mr. Big Top. Then it is Prince Adaran, Red, White, and Boots, and Hercules JM, Dreidel Hanover, and EA's Ideal, and they race on around the turn. And fronting the field now, Mr. Big Top. 29 seconds is the opening quarter. Mr. Big Top has the lead as they race off the turn. Heading up towards us, it's Mr. Big Top. Racing position to second, that is Prince Adaran. Then third in line is Hercules Jam, then Red, White, and Boots, and now starting to move on the outside is Dreidel Hanover. Ye's Ideal is trailing the field, and Dreidel Hanover is making up some ground coming first over. He's moved up to take over fourth and is bearing down on the third one, Hercules Jam, and now is taken over third. It is Mr. Big Top, Prince Adaran, and Dreidel Hanover now has come on and has a share of second. Mr. Big Top and Dreidel Hanover as they race their way on towards three quarters. Dreidel Hanover has come on to within about a half length of the front, and three quarters was recorded in 1:29 and 4. Mr. Big Top, Dreidel Hanover. Dreidel Hanover on the outside now is going to come on and lead it by about a length, and Mr. Big Top on the inside. And then popping out from third as they race the way towards the top of the stretch is Prince Adaran as the field swings on down the stretch ride, and Dreidel Hanover is now gone on the field. Mr. Big Top. And now Prince Adaran is going to take over second. Dreidel Hanover wins it. Prince Adaran was second. Mr. Big Top is in a photo for third with Red, White, and Boots. 1:59 and 3, Dreidel Hanover. There is number 5, Dreidel Hanover. On the board, we have 5, 4, 6, 3, and 5, Dreidel Hanover. 13-year-old Cam's Card Shark Bay Gelding, owned by Francois Morin. Raphael Barassa, the trainer. The winning drive to Colin Kelly. 2 for 2 this year. 33rd win lifetime, Dreidel Hanover. The second race payouts 5 to Radel Hanover 230, 210, 210. 4 Prince Hanaran 783.96. Mr. Big Top 340. $2 exactor $1770 try 35.40. Super 100 86.80. Note the double of 5 and 5 on a $2 ticket is $19.70. The second race order of finish from the top 5, 6, 4, 2, 1, 3. That's 5, 6, 4, 2, 1, 3. Field 4, race 3 on parade. 1 Bottle Rocket, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen, a Chris Nickel. Number 2, Better Be Good at Travis Henry for Blake McIntosh and Leanne Murphy. 3 is JKNR Like Tell Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. 4 is Magical Albert Scott Golder for Anthony Beaton and David Lumsden. There is 6 Rockin' Bow, Paul McKenzie for Catherine Flanagan and Winters Racing. And number 7 is to Jennifer's Credit Colin Kelly for Sean Arnott. 5 is Point to My Grandson Jason Ryan for Chantel Mitchell and Gold Standard Equine. Field of 7, race number 3 will stay right there with 5 Point to My Grandson, and is I think the clear one to beat in here, and yet is not getting the love. 3-1 on the board. Now raced above this class last race, and at first glance you say, well, finished 8th, but 8th beaten 2.5, was 3rd at the top of the stretch. It tailed off just a little bit, but not excessively so. But this is one with a lot of backlash. You see this one winning December the 5th at Mohawk in 51-4. You also see this one pacing in 50-4 back in October. Career mark is 49-4, and Point to My Grandson overall more than $600,000 lifetime. I think it's the class of this field, and I expect a big effort here with the class draw. I'd love it if the price would stay at 3-1. Clear value there. 1 Bottle Rocket is one coming in from Mohawk and dropping well down in class, is way off form, but I think could step up here. You see this one with a win in 52 at Pocono at the end of October, and Bottle Rocket, that was on Halloween, the last victory, and well, I think could be scary in here, and inside post position might bounce back, and is right now 5-1. Number 2, Better Be Gouda was a winner here December the 27th, one level below this, and the last couple races they were both post 8, so now Better Be Gouda has a license to be a lot better from post 2 and is 7-5. And number 6, Rockin' Bow, is one that at least looks reasonably credible of late. And look at that last race at Mohawk, 52-4 in a bottom condition class, and a solid back half, 54-4. So Rockin' Bow, who doesn't have a win in the past 20, I think shows enough to be used somewhere on the ticket, and he is 7-1. Right now, the fans think that Better Be Gouda is better than my top one, number 5, Point to My Grandson. I disagree, but we'll see. 7-2, Point to My Grandson. And right now, the money is on the inside at Bottle Rocket and Better Be Gouda, co-favorites at 2-1. Gauge rolling for race number 3, a field of 7 gathering speed approaching the start. and the field is at the start, and they're off. And it is right now Magical Albert in Point to my grandson dueling for the early lead, but Point to my grandson pointed to the lead, takes over. Magical Albert is second, then racing third. That is Better Be Gouda. Then we've got Jake and our Liketail, and to Jennifer's credit, then it is back to Bottle Rocket, and Rockin' Bow currently rocks the trailing position. It is Point to my grandson who came on to clear to the front over Magical Albert. 29 seconds is that opening quarter. Better Be Gouda has two better than her right now as they race their way, him right now as they race their way off the turn and work on towards us. And then it is Jake and our Liketail, to Jennifer's credit, Bottle Rocket and Rockin' Bow. And the field is going to work their way on up to the half off that 29-second opening quarter. And on past the half they go. And popping to the outside now, coming first over, is Better Be Gouda. And also moving on the outside is Rockin' Bow. They work their way on past the 5/8 of a half of 58 and 2. Point to my grandson has the front. Magical Albert's racing second. And then on the outside, Better Be Gouda is challenging Jake and our Liketail. Then on the outside, Rockin' Bow. And to Jennifer's credit, and Bottle Rocket, 58 and 2 half. They head on to three quarters, and it is still Point to my grandson as they work their way on towards the three quarters. Point to my grandson to the outside. Better Be Gouda is challenging. Three quarters, 127. Point to my grandson and Better Be Gouda as the field turns into the stretch drive. And then it is Magical Albert as the field turns on down the stretch off that three quarters, 127. And on the outside, Better Be Gouda is dueling with Point to my grandson. Point to my grandson trying to hold on. Point to my grandson and Better Be Gouda. It's close. And Magical Albert third, 158 and 1. On the board, we have a 2-5-4-6. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 3. It's number 2, Better Be Gouda, 7-year-old Better Than Cheddar Bay Gelding, owned by Leanne Murphy. Travis Henry, the winning driver. The trainer is Blake McIntosh. 20th win lifetime, Better Be Gouda. The third race payout, number 2, Better Be Gouda, 630, 380, 210. 5 Point to my grandson, 362.34. Magical Albert, 220. The exactor, $28.90. Try, $37. Dollar Super, $120.90. The third race over a finish from the top, 617-3245. That's 617-3245. for the fourth on parade, one well advertised. Colin Kelly for Francis Guillemette and Germain Chabot. Number 2 is Fooling Yourself. Ryan Roche for Derek Anderson and Russ Gorley. Number 3 is Ladner Lad, Tullamore for Francis Guillemette. And number 4 is A Fair Somewhere, Jay Harris for Alan Fair and Elizabeth Fair. Number 5, Dusty Lane Morgan, Brett Padella for Tom Janot. And number 6, Titanium Alpha, Samuel Filia for Denny Fontaine and Yannick Marquis and Maxime Gagnon. And Joni Paquette. Field of 6, race 4. Let's look at this field. And right now we have co-favorites between the 1 and 6, both at 9 to 5. And we'll look at one well advertised who dominated here off a layoff December the 28th. The 2 starts since, though, have not been great. This one has good gate speed and the inside, but in both of the last 2 has been tailing off in the final quarter. Well advertised, I think, can be better and bounce back closer to that 1-3 races go. Now, look, that was in the bottom class, but it was a mile of 56 and 1. Hasn't come close to that in the last couple. Well advertised, Colin Kelly for Francis Guillemette. I'm looking for this one to show up as advertised December the 28th, 4 to 5 aboard. Number 6, Titanium Alpha, is 5 to 2 and shows good recent form, but the thing is, hasn't raced since December the 4th, so that form isn't all that recent, but certainly the last start's really good. A couple of wins and a second. 5-time winner last year. Titanium Alpha should be the main threat, and he is 5 to 2. Number 5, Dusty Lane Morgan, shows improving form, moves up from the bottom class, but was good in the last couple. Dusty Lane Morgan, Brett down for Tom Janot, was 4 to 1. And number 3, Ladner Lad, well, way off form, then scratched a sick last time out. But you go a little further back, Ladner Lad did win here back in October, but since then things have gone south, and that win was the fourth of 4 consecutive strong performances, top 3 races. But since then, just nothing to show for his efforts, and then sick. So we'll see if Ladner Lad is healthy and able to pop up here and get onto the ticket at 8 to 1. Tullamore for Francis Guillemette. Field of 6, race number 4. Fans have gone to one well advertised, Colin Kelly, at 4 to 5. Field of 6 for race number 4, taking up their positions. Field for the 4th race into the stretch drive. Here they come. And the field for the 4th race. Off stride early is Ladner Lad. And right now, driving out on the inside is Well Advertised, and also getting out is Dusty Lane Morgan and Titanium Alpha. Then it is a Fair Somewhere who's racing fourth as they work their way out into the backstretch, and then it is back to Fooling Yourself. But Well Advertised with the lead. Well Advertised, Dusty Lane Morgan, and Titanium Alpha are the top three. And now coming on, Titanium Alpha is going to take the lead from Well Advertised, but Well Advertised is going to pop back out. Well Advertised reclaimed the front. Titanium Alpha is racing second. Dusty Lane Morgan is positioned to third now, and then racing fourth is a Fair Somewhere as the field works their way off the turn and rolls on towards us, and fronting the field coming up to the half. Well Advertised with Titanium Alpha racing the pocket. Dusty Lane Morgan is positioned third. A Fair Somewhere, then Fooling Yourself, and Ladner Lad made that early break in stride, and on past the half they go, and they work their way on into the backstretch for the second and final time. Well Advertised, and Colin Kelly's got the lead. Titanium Alpha is second. Dusty Lane Morgan working on the outside now has moved up to take over second. Dusty Lane Morgan in pursuit of Well Advertised, and now Well Advertised has company. Dusty Lane Morgan is right alongside. They share the lead. Titanium Alpha is racing position to third as they roll their way towards the three-quarters, and by three-quarters onto the final turn. On the inside, trying to hold on, is Well Advertised. On the outside, Dusty Lane Morgan. Titanium Alpha is racing position to third. On down the stretch drive they come, and the late advantage, Dusty Lane Morgan. Dusty Lane Morgan, Titanium Alpha. Dusty Lane Morgan is going to win. Titanium Alpha second, Well Advertised third, and Fooling Yourself fourth. Mile of 2 minutes 3/5. Back in front of us, the winner of race 4. It's 5, Dusty Lane Morgan. The winning drive to Brett McDonald. 5-year-old Ameripan Gigolo Bay Gelding, owned and trained by Tom Janot. Fourth win for Dusty Lane Morgan. The fourth race payout, 5, Dusty Lane Morgan, 10-10, 380, 220. 6, Titanium Alpha, 250, 210. 1, Well Advertised, 210. $2 exactor, 26.40. $1 try, 27.05. $1 super, 103.80. And the dollar pick, 3 of 3, 48.50. the fourth race, or finish from the top, is a 3-4 DNF 512. That's 3-4 DNF 512. for race 5 on parade 1. Jaden's Place, Paul McKenzie for David Diagno and Francis Morin. Now we're to Rock and Twist. Brett McDonough for Richard Perot and Sheldon Rose. And number 3 is Saray Carol Voyer for Bruce Tremblay. 4 is Press Time. Travis Henry for Jim Ellis and Stephen Binkley. 5, Modern Rock, Tyler Moore for Richard Moreau and Anne DeBears. Number 6, Cool Sunshine, Jay Harris for Duncan Brewer and Michelle Brennan. And number 7 is All Go, No Woe, Scott Culver, Kenroy Scaife. Field of 7, race number 5. Let's get a look at this field. And we're going to start with 1, Jaden's Place. And, well, Jaden's Place is one that looks pretty good in this place, in this class, because 2 wins and a third beaten a length the last 3 times at this level. And the last time was last time out, January the 12th, post 6. Now gets to start on the inside. And overall, look, this is one that won 10 of 40 starts last year. Has back class, more than $250,000 lifetime. Big earner last year as a 10-year-old, 56,000 plus. Jaden's Place, I think, is the one to beat, but the fans disagree. So 3-1, Paul McKenzie for David Diagno. Number 2, Rock and Twist, is 5-2 on the board. And right now getting a fair amount of love off a win here in this class last race. And look at, was 7th last time out at the quarter and the half, 6th and then 5th as they turned for home. So did a nice job to come on and grab the win. The 2 previous starts here in this class weren't good at all, but that last one was sharp. Rock and Twist. This will be now the 3rd start for Richard Moreau. Brett McDonald drives. Rock and Twist 5-2. Number 4, Press Time, is the one the fans have made the favorite. And look at Press Time was just outstanding here in 53-4. December the 21st, but since then, a decent 2nd. And then last time out, from the trailer post, came first up and finished 4th, had the lead when they turned for home. So Press Time's been really good now in 3 consecutive starts, but especially so December the 21st. Equipment change, blind bridle to blinkers. Press Time and Travis Henry for Jim Ellis. 9-5, slight favorite. And number 7, All Go, No Woe. Well, you get 9-1 on the board. One that came from off the pace to finish 2nd to Rock and Twist last race. So maybe from the outside, one that you can get on the ticket. 8-1 on the board. Scott Culver, Kenroy Scaife. Field of 7, race number 5. Post time coming up. I'm on 1, Jaden's Place at 3-1. Field of 7 for race number 5, taking up their positions and reaching the top of the stretch. Here they come. And the field for race number 5 is at the start, and they're off. And getting out quickest of all was Press Time, and Sir A. Modern Rock is currently rocking the third spot, then All Go No Whoa. And Jaden's Place, then is back to Rock and Twist and Cool Sunshine. On into the backstretch they go, and Press Time's going to press on to the opening quarter, and Sir A rides the pocket, and then it is Modern Rock and All Go No Whoa and Jaden's Place in the trailing pair, Rock and Twist and Cool Sunshine, and they work on past the opening quarter in 28 seconds as they race their way on around the turn, and Press Time has the front as they race their way off the turn and head on towards us. It is Press Time as they roll on up towards the half, and Press Time isn't pressed just yet, is racing second. Jaden's Place is moved up now, and then racing position to third is Modern Rock, and Sir A is on the inside fourth. Then it is Rock and Twist and I'll Go No Whoa and Cool Sunshine, and as they race their way into the back off of 56 and 3 halftime, and fronting the field still is Press Time, but Jaden's Place is right there in the pocket as they race their way on towards three quarters, and Jaden's Place is looking to pop out now. Jaden's Place is going to chase Press Time right now, and three quarters 125 and 3 as they race their way on that final turn, and Matthews scores again to make it 2-0 for the Leafs. Three quarters 125 and 3, and Jaden's Place is dueling against Press Time as they turn for home. Press Time on the inside, Jaden's Place on the outside. On down the stretch drive they come, and they come on to the finish and out wide. Also closing is Rock and Twist. Rock and Twist, All Go No Whoa. Rock and Twist, All Go No Whoa. Jaden's Place made a break and stride at the finish. The inquiry sign goes up pertaining to that break and stride of one, Jaden's Place. On the board, we have a 2-7-1-4-6, and note the inquiry pertains to one, Jaden's Place, off stride at the finish. Back in front of us, number 2, Rock and Twist, a 6-year-old Sunshine Beach Bay gelding. Brett McDonald with the driving double. Richard Moreau, the trainer. The owner is Sheldon Rose, 17th win for Rock and Twist. And note the judges ruling that one, Jaden's Place, was off stride at the finish and determined to have been double lapped on at the finish by numbers 4 and 6, will be placed back to 5th. Note that one, Jaden's Place, 3rd place, 5th for off stride at the finish and double lapped on at the finish by numbers 4 and 6. The new top 5 will be 2, 7, 4, 6, 1. The 5th race payouts to Rock and Twist $4, 370, 247. All go no whoa, 830, 450, and 4 press time 240. $2 exactor 5250. Dollar try 194.60. Dollar pick 5 1757.25. And the 20-cent high five 3041.37. The fifth race, sort of finish from the top, is a 3 place 5, 1 7, 4 place 3, 6 5 place 4, 2 scratch. Once again from the top down, 5 1 7, 3 6 4, 2 scratch. Parade 1, Yaz can scoot. Aaron Byron for Steve Byron and Vivian Donnie. Number 2 is Speedy Blinders, Jason Ride for George Graham. Number 3 is Macalco, Steve Hudon for Louis F. Timiatis and Matthew Hardy of Timiatis. 4 is Rangers, Shadow Talbot for Chad Hill and Kimberly Jensen. 5 is Written in Stone, Eddie Hensley for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. And number 6, Baby's Beach Bomb, Paul McKenzie for Clayton Miller and Natasha Miller. And number 7 is Payline, Travis Henry for Steve Charlton and Roderick Gillis. Field of 7 going to post shortly. Note that number 1, Yaz can scoot, now should be listed as a gelding. And let's get a look at this field. Well, Yaz can scoot was able to scoot last time out to be in front by 12 lengths when they turned from and won by 13 1/4 and finished with broken equipment. So maybe should race with broken equipment again because it certainly worked out. Yaz can scoot moves up in class, but inside post and certainly the mile 56 4 last time out, 4 to 5 on the board as fans aren't afraid of this step up in class. Some others to take a look at in here. How about number 4, Rangers Shadow, who was second to Riding on Sunshine, and that one's been outstanding of late. And Rangers Shadow, overall, the recent form is pretty solid. Rangers Shadow, Talbot for Chad Hill, 3 for 3 in the top 3 this year. Ranger Shadow 7 to 2. Number 3, Macalco, was better last race, finished third in this class and gets a better post position. Only one win, though, in the past 33 starts. Macalco is one you could use on the ticket. That one win was December the 7th, though, so not that long ago. Macalco, 10 to 1. And number 2, Speedy Blinders, was a winner in the maiden class 2 races ago. Trailer post last race didn't work out for Speedy Blinders, but back to post 2, despite being up with class, could work for Speedy Blinders to be on the ticket. Last year, just 6 starts as a 2-year-old, but 2 wins as second and a third. Speedy Blinders, 5 to 1. Field 4, race number 6, taking up their positions on the gate, a field of 7. Field for the 6th is at the start, and they're off. and leaving out Yaws Can Scoot and Payline. Then Macalco, Speedy Blinders to the inside, Ranger's Shadow to the outside. Then Written in Stone and Baby's Beach Bum is at the rear of the field. They race on down the backstretch. Yaws Can Scoot and Payline, the top two as they roll to the opening quarter. Then Macalco as they race on past that opening quarter. Then it is Speedy Blinders and Ranger's Shadow, Written in Stone, and Baby's Beach Bum. The opening quarter was 28 seconds as the field works their way on around the turn. Yaws Can Scoot and Aaron Byron scoots off the turn, leading as they roll on towards us in Payline. Racing position second rather now is Macalco is now. Payline is racing position to third. And then racing on the inside fourth is Speedy Blinders, who works in front of Ranger's Shadow. Ranger's Shadow took to the outside. Then it is back further to Written in Stone and Baby's Beach Bum. Yaws Can Scoot as they got past the half in 57-3. Yaws Can Scoot with the lead. Macalco is racing second, and Payline rolled to the outside, but Yaws Can Scoot is getting away a bit on the field. 57-3 is the halftime. Yaws Can Scoot. Now Payline's taking second. Macalco is racing third, and then it is back to Speedy Blinders and Ranger's Shadow, and getting away Yaws Can Scoot. 3/4, 1:26-1 as the field turns for home. Yaws Can Scoot leads this one, going away by about 15 lengths. Yaws Can Scoot is going to be the winner. Battle is on for second on the outside. Payline on the inside. Macalco. Payline second, Macalco third, and Ranger's Shadow fourth. 1:56-3. Back in front of us is one Yaws Can Scoot, a 4-year-old Sunshine Beach Bay horse. Aaron Byron, the winning driver for trainer Steve Byron. The owner is Vivian Donnie. It's the second win in 3 starts for Yaws Can Scoot. The 6th race. Payouts 1 Yaws Can Scoot, 270, 210, 210. 7 Payline, 280, 230, and 3. Macalco, $4.40, $2 exactors, $7, dollar try, $20.45, super, $44.35. And the dollar win for 404, $101. The sixth race order finish from the top. So 1534672. That's 1534672. field for the 7th on parade. 1 Yankee Clout, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. 2 is Cheeky Play, Jason Ryan for Ben Hollingsworth and Ron Seymour Jr. and Aubrey Cameron. And number 3 is Better Promise, Brett McDonough for Jim Wellwood and Jeffrey Wellwood. 4 is Head Honcho, Ryan DeRoche for Sean, Stacy, and Theodore Davis. 5 is Perfect Time, Colin Keller for Kelly DeVal Lakai. And number 6, PH Jim, Jay Harris, Brian Lee, and Edward Cork. Field of 6, race number 7. Let's get a look at this field for the 7th race, and we'll start with 4 Head Honcho, 2-1 on the board. A winner by 3 lengths here, January the 5th, and last race, though, had the trailer post. Track was sloppy. Made a big effort to try to come on, but then just a tiring track and eventually faltered. But I think Head Honcho, with a spot on the gate now, you might see a start that's more like that January 5th line. I'm expecting a nice turnaround for Head Honcho, and Ryan DeRoche for trainer Sean Stacy heads my top 4 picks in here and is currently 2-1. Number 1, Yankee Cloud, was second to Head Honcho 2 races ago. Last race had the inside and faltered in the late going and dropped out of it. Yankee Cloud, well, actually wasn't able to get up into it, but 31-3 final quarter. Yankee Cloud, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen, I think could be more like that start 2 and 3 races ago. Yankee Cloud 7-2. Number 2, Cheeky Play 8-5 on the board, and certainly was decent here last race, and second beaten 3 quarters in 2:01, and was racing at Charlottetown before that. You see some good form there. Cheeky Play and Jason Ryan for Ben Hollingsworth is 2-1 on the board, and number 6, PH Jim 5-2 on the board, getting some love because last time home left from post 7 was 15 lengths back at the quarter, yet was beaten only a length and 3 quarters. PH Jim had come in from Truro, and so now the second start in Ontario after coming in from Truro. PH Jim could be dangerous in here. Jay Harris or Brian Lee, 3-1. Number 4, Head Honcho, my top pick at even money. Field for the 7th, taking up their positions of field of 6. It is post time. Field 4, race number 7, is at the start and they're off. And first to leave out is Cheeky Play. On the outside, Head Honcho. Head Honcho wants to come on and try to head to the lead over Cheeky Play. Then Yankee Cloud to the inside is racing third. Then it is back to Better Promise, Perfect Time, and PH Jim is trailing the field. They race on to the opening quarter, and they duel for the lead. Head Honcho and Cheeky Play. Head Honcho to the outside, Cheeky Play to the inside, and Head Honcho clears the front. Cheeky Play second, racing third, Yankee Cloud. Then Better Promise, Perfect Time, and PH Jim, and they work their way off that 29-4 opening quarter, and the field races their way on around the turn. Head Honcho and Ryan DeRoche has got the lead as the field works their way up towards the half, and Cheeky Play is racing second. Yankee Cloud is positioned to third right now as they work their way on past us, and then Better Promise is racing position fourth, and then it is back further to Perfect Time and PH Jim. But it is Head Honcho who heads the field into the backstretch and has a lead of about 2 1/4 right now, and racing position second, Cheeky Play, then Yankee Cloud, and Better Promise on down the backstretch they go. Perfect Time and PH Jim on the outside trailing half of 101-1. A second panel breather for the front stepping Head Honcho. Head Honcho leads as they roll on by 3/4, 130-4. Advantage is a couple of lengths right now. It is Head Honcho and racing second, Cheeky Play. Yankee Cloud is third, and from the backfield now, that is PH Jim, who's closing ground along to the inside is Perfect Time, and then back trailing the field as they race their way on past the 3/4. It was Cheeky Play, but Cheeky Play second as the win goes to Head Honcho. Head Honcho, Cheeky Play, Yankee Cloud, and Perfect Time. 159-4. Back in front of us, the winner, number 4, Head Honcho, Ryan DeRoche. Baby Shark with the winning drive. The trainer, Sean Stacy. The owner is Theodora Davis of Oshweekend. 4-year-old Control the Moment, Brown Gelding. Second win for Head Honcho. The 7th race payouts for Head Honcho, 360, 260, and 210. 2 Cheeky Play, 240, 210. 1 Yankee Cloud, 210. $2 exactor is $760. Try 1105. Super at 23.75. The seventh race order finish from the top is 326 145. Once again, from the top down, 326 145. for the 8th on parade. 1, George Cam, Scott Quillifer, Kelly DeVal, Lakai. And number 2, High Net, Rhonda Rush for Jim Skellhorn Jr. And number 3, Bright on Louie, Nick Boyd for James Dean and Bright on Farms. 5 is Mitch, Brett Madonna for Richard Moreau and Jack Racing. Number 6, J.K. Henry, Jay Harris for David O'Brien and Charles Windsor and Helen Makarakis. And 4 is Shadow Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. Let's get a look at this field, and we'll start with number 3, Bride Down Louie. Well, a win and a third in the 2 starts this year. Wired this class last time out. And has gate speed, has been out off the gate very quickly in each of the last 5 starts. Bride Down Louie certainly looked good last time out. And I think overall, you look at some of the speed, you see mile of 53 and 3 of victory May the 30th last year at Mohawk. Bride Down Louie, I think it's the one to beat in here. Although this is a pretty interesting bunch. There's no real hands down best in here, but I think Bride Down Louie, I give the edge 2-1. Number 2, High Net, is one that raced from post 7 last race, got away second, and was beaten only a length, and now gets to leave out of post position 2. And also note, had been off quite a while, and did take a mark here last year, 55-4. Very lightly raced, though, very late start to his career. 6-year-old already, and just got rolling last year. Has had only 4 starts. High Net and Ryan DeRoche or Jim Skellhorn Jr. This guy could be dangerous from a better post, 9-2. Number 4, Shadow, a winner last race, moves up a level now. That was the maiden class, and Shadow's Shadow is currently 5-2 on the board. And number 6, J.K.'s Henry, 6-1. Jay Harris with the catch drive. Second start after missing some time due to sickness. And you do see some decent recent form. Raced from off the pace on a sloppy track last race. Finished beaten a couple of lengths to Bride Down Louie. J.K.'s Henry could be better. And you get a price at 7-1. I'm on number 3, Bride Down Louie, 5-2. Field for the 8th race is in position as they're working their way to the top of the stretch. Here they come. Apparently, I see the light. 2 lights. Field for the 8th race is at the start, and they're off and getting out sharply as they race their way on around that first turn. Bride Down Louie, J.K.'s Henry, Mitch is third away, then Shadow and High Net, and George Cam is relaxed away, trailing the field. Bride down. Louis takes the field on down the backstretch, and J.K.'s Henry racing position second. Mitch third. Shadow. Then it is High Ned and George Cam with a seat at the back of the bus. 28 and 3 is the opening quarter as they work their way on around the turn and heading off the turn, coming on towards us. Right down Louis fronts the field as they work their way up towards the half with J.K.'s Henry in tow, and they roll their way off the turn, heading on past us and coming up to the half. And with the lead now, coming on to grab the lead was High Net. High Net is in front, and racing position to second is Bride Down Louis. Then J.K.'s Henry third. Shadow is racing fourth, and then George Cam. And back to Mitch trailing the field. They work their way on into the backstretch, and still on top, High Net as they race the backstretch. High Net and Bride Down Louis. High Net and Bride Down Louis racing on to three quarters with a halftime of 58 and 2. And J.K.'s Henry, Shadow, George Cam, and Mitch, and they race their way. Three quarters, 128. And it is High Ned. Bride Down Louis is racing second on the back of High Ned as the field turns for home off that three quarters of 128. On down the stretch drive they come. High Ned and Bride Down Louis. And they're halfway down the stretch drive as the field comes on to us. And it is High Ned, Bride Down Louis up the inside. Shadow to pick up second. Then finishing third, Bride Down Louis, and Mitch was fourth. High Net, 158 and 2. Back in front of us, the winner of race 8, it's number 2, High Net. Ryan DeRoche with the winning drive, second on the evening for Ryan DeRoche. High Net, 6-year-old Believe in Bruiser Bay County, only trained by Jim Scalhorn Jr. Second win for High Net. Second win on the evening for Baby Shark. Eighth race payouts to High Net, 740, 430, 260. For Shadow, 640, 390. 3 Bride Down Louis, 240, $2 actor, $37 dollar try, 35.45. Dollar super, 78.35. three sort of finish in the top 613-245. That's 613-245. for the ninth race on parade. 1, Zayden's Luck, Colin Kelleher, Kara Stacy, and Ross Hitchens. Number 2, Talk to Me Artie, Travis Henry for Craig Bars and Oliver Del Maple Holdings. 3 is Counter Offer, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. Trust me, he's on the track. Number 4 is Vina Louie, Rod Roche for Hardy Mill Stable and Nathaniel Thompson and Glenn Hardy. 5 is Bucking Better, Samuel Fillion for Scott Henry and Lisa Henry, and the 6 is scratched. Let's get a look at this field for the ninth race. And we'll start with number 2, Talk to Me Artie. Well, that last race is talking to me on a sloppy track. Came working up 3 wide and came on to finish second, beaten an neck. Shows improving form. Talk to Me Artie was 10 out of 21 in the top 2 last year and took a decent mark of 54-4 at Georgian Downs last year as a 3-year-old. Talk to Me Artie, 5-1 on the board. Number 5, Buck and Better. Well, I was looking for one to take to beat the favorite. Buck and Better is the one that won last month, but just a neck over Talk to Me Artie. That was post 1. This is post 5. So that's why I thought Buck and Better might be vulnerable. And a good start before it beat him just half a length. But certainly Buck and Better is one that could end up just simply being better than this field. 1-2 on the board. The fans think he is. Number 4, Vino Louie. Well, don't discount this one. A lot of good starts. Has been a very consistent top 3 finisher. 20 starts, and out of those, 14 in the top 3, including a win in this class. Just 2 races to go. Vino Louie and Ryan DeRoche driving and training. Ryan looking for a 3rd win on the evening, and Vino Louie is 5-1. And number 1, Zayden's Luck, 10-1 on the board. Comes in from Rito Carlton. Has been off a month, but is one that shows enough speed and some decent form that if he's ready to go, he could be a factor. 10-1. Fans round number 5, Buck and Better, 3-5. I went for a little better price. Talk to Me Artie. Looking for Talk to Me Artie to turn the tables on Buck and Better. Is now Talk to Me Artie. Went from post 5 last race to post 2 here. Field of 5 for the 9th race. Reaching the top of the stretch, here they come. Field for the 9th race is at the start, and they're off. And it is counter offer on the inside, Buck and Better on the outside. As they work on around the turn, Buck and Better was able to come on and get the lead. Into the backstretch they go. Counter offer second, then Vino Louis. Talk to Me Artie, and Zayden's Luck is back trailing the field. On they race past the opening quarter. Buck and Better is leading to the quarter. And racing second, Counter Offer. Vino Louis is third. That opening panel was 30 seconds. Talk to Me already has just one beaten, and that is Zayden's Luck. And they work on around the turn. Buck and Better, Samuel Fillion leads as they race off the turn, heading up towards us. And off that 30-second opening quarter, it's Buck and Better, Counter Offer. As they roll their way on past the half, Buck and Better, Counter Offer now here. Vino Louis is going to come on the outside and work first over. And then also following to the outside is Talk to Me Artie, and then Zayden's Luck. It is Buck and Better who's got the lead. And on the outside, Vino Louis is applying some pressure. On the inside, Counter Offer in the pocket. Talk to Me Artie spotted second over as they race on into the backstretch. And then Zayden's Luck is trailing the field. But it is still Buck and Better, who is better as they race their way on to three quarters off a half of 101 and 1. Buck and Better, Vino Louis challenging and getting closer. Talk to Me Artie, Counter Offer still on the inside, and then Zayden's Luck off that three quarters of 130 and 3. It's Buck and Better, the one to beat, as the field turns their way on down the stretch drive they come in the ninth race in the fog, and they come on down the lane to the finish, and it is still Buck and Better. Counter Offer up the inside. Talk to Me Artie. Vino Louis dropped back to be fourth, 159 and 3. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 9, number 5, Buck and Better. 4-year-old Better is Delight Bay Gelding, owned by Scott and Lisa Henry. Scott Henry, the trainer. Samuel Fillion is the winning driver. It's the second win this year, his 7th lifetime. Buck and Better. Ninth race payouts $5 and better. 380, 280, 210. Three counter offer. 370, 220. Two talk to me Artie, 210. $2 exactor, $980. Tribe, $910. Super, $17.55. Ninth race order finish from the top. 53241 scratch. That's 53241 scratch. field for the ninth on parade. 1, YS Delight Tullamore for Gary McDonald. Number 2, O'Hare Hanover, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. And number 3, Bugsy McGuire, Damian McClellan for Rachel Andrew and Austin Sorey. Number 4, Count Blaster, Daryl Thiessen for Jonathan Drury and Steve Klonowski. 5 is Curious Cortez, Jay Harris for Dan Gassian and Jamaximo Racing. Number 6, Gold in the Badlands, Brent McDonough for Marc-Andre Simino. Number 7, Devil's Peak, Travis Henry for Isaac Waxman and Carmelo Shime. Number 8 is Pompano Beach, Scott Culver, Dan Gassian. And 9, Laurie's Rockstar, Paul McKenzie for David Daniel. Field of 9, race number 10. Let's get a look at the field for this final dash featuring the Super High 5. And 1 is YS Delight. Well, a delightful winner at London last race and had to sweep up 3 wide at 3/4 and come on to get the job done. Good back half of 58 seconds. YS Delight. Overall mile of 57 and 3. And also you see this one racing here in December in 155 flat. YS Delight, an 8-time winner last year. 2-1, slight favorite, Tullamore for Gary McDonald. Number 2, O'Hare Hanover, is one that raced from off the pace last race and closed on a sloppy track to be beaten just a length and a quarter. And you do see this one racing here in 55 and 2 a couple races ago, and a mile in December, 54 and 4 to finish second, beaten a length. O'Hare Hanover, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen, 5-2. Number 5, Curious Cortez. Well, this is one that has made one star off a layoff and now drops from a much tougher class down to this one, but that last race wasn't good. But you do see 52 and change at Pocono in August. Maybe Curious Cortez with some back class will like this class. The fans are curious to see how he'll race. They've got this one down to 8-5. Jay Harris for Dan Gassian. And number 6, Gold in the Badlands, a shoe change, steel to aluminum shoes up front. This is one that had a big earnings year last year and has got a lot of back class that just has been struggling of late. Little bit better last race, but another try down in class, and we'll see if Gold in the Badlands can finally get back on track. If he could race up to his level, he would destroy this field. 9-time winner last year that earned $71,000 plus in 32 starts. Gold in the Badlands, off form right now. Brent McDonough for Marc-Andre Simino, 12-1. Gate is rolling for race number 10, full field of 9, reaching into the stretch drive. Here they come. Field 4. Race number 10 is at the start and they're off. And the first one away is Curious Cortez with Count Blaster. Then Bugsy McGuire and O'Hare Hanover and Wise Delight is racing positioned fifth. Then it is back further to Gold in the Badlands and Lori's Rockstar. And then the trailing pair, Devil's Peak and Pompano Beach, and they race on to the opening quarter. And Curious Cortez, on past that opening quarter they go. And opening panel was 28 and 1, and it is Curious Cortez. Count Blaster counted second. Then Bugsy McGuire, O'Hare Hanover, and Wise Delight works in front of Gold in the Badlands and Lori's Rockstar. Then Devil's Peak and Pompano Beach. Off that 28 and 1 opening quarter, they race their way on up past the half, and on past the half they go. And halftime off that 28 and 1 opening quarter is going to be recorded in 57 and 3, and it is Curious Cortez with the lead. Count Blaster second. Bugsy McGuire is racing position third. On the outside, Wise Delight is now taken over third. Bugsy McGuire is racing fourth. Then traveling to the outside, O'Hare Hanover. Then it is back to Gold in the Badlands and Pompano Beach. Then it is Devil's Peak. They race around towards 3/4 off of 57 and 3 halftime. And it is still Curious Cortez, Count Blaster, and Curious Cortez with the lead. But on the outside, now Wise Delight has come on, and it is Curious Cortez and Wise Delight as the field turns from Count Blaster racing position to third. Then O'Hare Hanover and Gold in the Badlands. On down the stretch drive they come. Wise Delight on the outside now has come on to take a late lead. Wise Delight is the one that wins it, and then Curious Cortez. Then it was Count Blaster and O'Hare Hanover, 157 and 1. There's a look at the winner. One Wise Delight, Tyler Moore, the winning driver for Gary McDonald, who's the owner and trainer. 6-year-old Better's Delight Bay Horse, 14th win lifetime for Wise Delight. Tenth race. It's one Wise Delight, $4, $3 to 55. Curious Cortez, $6.80. and 430. 4-count blaster, 1180. $2 exactor, 2710. Rye, 122.20. Double, 1360. $2 ticket. Dollar pick four, 54.20. Dollar pick five, $100.20. Dollar high five, 861.95. The 10th race order finish from the top is a 145 326798. That's 145 326798. That concludes the live harness racing program for this Thursday evening. Live racing resumes on Saturday. First dash will go to post at 6:35 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.